Welcome back to Sissy Maya. Here, we embrace true femininity. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an update.
Jake had always thought his boss, Mr. Ben, was a man of staunch traditional values. He was known for being stern and perhaps a little closed-minded. So, when Jake walked into the office one Wednesday morning to find Mr. Ben sitting at his desk, transformed into an elegant woman, he couldn't believe his eyes. The transformation was breathtaking. Mr. Ben's short grey hair had been replaced by luscious brunette waves that cascaded over his new feminine shoulders. His clean-shaven face was now adorned with expertly applied makeup that accentuated his features. And the crisp business suit that he usually wore had been swapped for a form-fitting dress in a stylish shade of red. Confusion struck Jake like a gust of wind as he stood frozen in the doorway. He glanced at the female employees surrounding Mr. Ben, all smirking with delight at their handiwork. Sarah, the office fashionista, stepped forward and explained with a mischievous twinkle in her eye. "Jake, we thought it was about time Mr. Ben learned what it felt like to walk in our shoes," she said coyly. As Jake approached the desk hesitantly, Mr. Ben looked up, trying to hide his discomfort behind an air of confidence. But there was vulnerability in his eyes that Jake had never seen before. It was clear that the experiences of wearing women's clothing had already started teaching him a lesson. Sarah continued to explain their intentions while gesturing toward a small podium set up in the middle of the office. "We've organized some challenges for Mr. Ben throughout the day to highlight the struggles women face when it comes to wearing uncomfortable shoes, navigating restrictive clothing, and dealing with societal expectations," Sarah said. Jake watched as Mr. Ben's gaze shifted from Sarah to the podium. A sense of trepidation washed over him, but he knew that he couldn't ignore the opportunity to witness his boss experience firsthand the challenges that women often endure. The first challenge involved a walk down the office hallway in 5-inch stiletto heels. As Mr. Ben gingerly took his first step, a wobble threatened to throw him off balance. His face contorted into a mixture of pain and determination as he struggled to maintain his composure. The female employees gathered around, offering words of encouragement and support. They shared stories of blistered feet, sore arches, and the constant pressure to look presentable while enduring discomfort. Jake felt a renewed respect for his co-workers as they rallied around their boss, providing validation for their daily struggles. Next on the agenda was a dress code challenge. The women presented Mr. Ben with an outfit consisting of tight-fitting jeans and a shirt that emphasized his newly formed curves. Jake noticed Mr. Ben's unease as he fumbled with the buttons, attempting to squeeze into the unfamiliar garments. As Mr. Ben tugged on the jeans, he winced at the constriction around his waist. The female employees explained how women often face unrealistic expectations when it comes to their appearance and how society scrutinizes their every fashion choice. They highlighted how these pressures can chip away at one's self-esteem and reinforce harmful body image standards. Throughout the day, Mr. Ben faced numerous challenges, each one designed to shed light on different aspects of being a woman. He experienced the discomfort of wearing a push-up bra, the frustration of applying a full face of makeup, and the annoyance of managing long hair. With each challenge, Mr. Ben's initial resistance dissolved, giving way to a newfound understanding. By the end of the day, as the clock struck 5, Mr. Ben stood before his employees transformed not only in appearance but also in perspective. The once stern boss now radiated empathy and compassion. In an impromptu gathering, Sarah led a discussion where everyone shared their experiences and feelings about the day's events. Tears welled up in Mr. Ben's eyes as he listened to the stories of overcoming adversity, battling stereotypes, and persisting in a world that often marginalized women. "I never realized how much strength it takes to be a woman," Mr. Ben confessed, his voice filled with sincerity. "I've had my eyes open today, and I promise to do better." I will use my position to support gender equality in our workplace and beyond." His words were met with applause and nods of approval from his employees. Jake watched as a renewed sense of unity filled the office, a camaraderie forged through understanding and shared experience. From that day forward, Mr. Ben became an advocate for inclusivity in the workplace. He implemented policies that championed gender equality, ensuring that every employee felt valued and respected, regardless of their gender identity.